Hey folks, this is JR with DIY Prepper. Welcome to the channel, and today we are going to be talking about some gift ideas under $20. And these are going to be things that would make good stocking stuffers or other small gifts. And the first item on this list is going to be a ferro rod. This particular ferro rod is made by Bayite, and it is 6 inches long and ½ inch wide. And something like this is going to be great to keep in like an emergency kit, bug out bag, EDC bag. It's going to be large enough that you're going to be able to hold on to it during cold weather. And this particular one, I've been using it for almost a year now, and it just throws off a crazy amount of sparks. So something like this would be an excellent option as a gift. The second item on this list is going to be a stormproof match kit. And this particular one, it comes with 25 stormproof matches in this nice waterproof carrying case, and it comes with 3 strikers. Now, one thing that I kind of wish I did a little bit different is the online price for these was not nearly as cheap as the in-store price. I think at my Walmart nearby, I found this kit for like $5 or $6, and this box of replacement matches was like $3. So this might be something that you want to purchase locally, but these things, they just burn like crazy. You can even submerge them in water, get them wet, and they will still continue to burn. It might go out for a second, but the second you take it out of the water, then it's going to light back up again. And something like this, just like the ferro rod, it's going to be something great to keep in your bug out bag, other survival kits, or even an EDC bag. The next item on my list is going to be the Victorinox Classic SD, and this is kind of the quintessential little keychain pocket tool. It comes with a nice sharp little blade that you can use to open up letters and packages, along with a nail file. But the cool thing about the nail file is it has a little screwdriver tip, and that's good for small flathead screws as well as some Phillips head screws. Also has scissors on it, so if there's something small you need to cut, like a little string, or if there's part of your fingernail that's just driving you crazy, you can deal with that. Then also comes with the standard Victorinox tweezers and toothpick. Now, there's a couple different things that I like about these just small little keychain pocket knives from Victorinox. And the first is they last forever. I have one that belonged to my grandfather. This isn't it, this one's new. But he used and he abused it, and all I had to do was clean it up for a few minutes, sharpen the blade, and it still works perfectly fine. The scales kind of took a beating, but the tools themselves still work great. And another good thing about these small knives is they're very customizable. There's tons of different colors and different scale designs out there. So even if you have family members that maybe aren't preppers, this is still something that they would benefit from, and you should be able to find a design that they would enjoy having. This particular one I got from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I got one of their catalogs in the mail, and I saw that they had what they call the Trash Panda in stock, and it's basically just a panda coming out of a trash can. Looks like a little outlaw. He's got the bananas. Looks like he's holding guns out. I thought it was pretty cute. And then another thing is, this is one of the knives that, I mean, it's not even remotely threatening. You can have them some places where you would not be able to normally have knives. Now, of course, there's still exceptions to that, but it allows you to have a nice functional little tool set with you on your keys wherever you go. The next item on my list of best prepper gifts under $20 is going to be individual freeze-dried meals. Now, I prefer the ones made by Mountain House. These are a little bit less than $10 each, so you can get 2 for $20, and they're still small enough that they should fit inside of a stocking, especially if you squish them down a little bit. Now, these have a shelf life of either 25 or 30 years. Can't remember off the top of my head which one, but these 2 varieties, they're actually my favorite, the chili mac with beef and the lasagna with meat sauce. This one, to me, it actually tastes kind of like a frozen, like Stouffer's lasagna you would get at the grocery store. So they're great for hiking, camping, hunting, and then also, of course, emergency preparedness since they have such a long shelf life. Next on the list is going to be the Mora Companion. And these little knives, they have a lot going for them. Usually most of the variants are $20 or less. They're pretty durable, the handles are comfortable, and you can find a lot of different options to suit your needs. This particular one, I got it in stainless steel with the orange sheath and handle. Stainless steel because I'm planning on using it as a hunting and skinning knife, and I wanted something that wouldn't rust quite as easily as carbon steel when it comes into contact with blood. And I went with this orange color because I wanted something that I can see in a low light setting. But if that's not really your speed, of course, you can get carbon steel. You can get either like black or dark green handles, and there's lots of other different color options as well. These even, I mean, they make great food prep knives. The carbon ones will make good bushcraft and carving knives as well. So for $20, I don't think you can go wrong with this as a stocking stuffer. The next item on the list is going to be a pocket chainsaw, and this is actually a little bit over $20. I think the last time I checked it was around like 23 or 24, but this is going to be a big improvement over those little commando wire saws that you find in cheapo survival kits or just in like your local sporting goods store. This is basically, I mean, it's made up of a real chainsaw chain, and it has handles on each end. And what I like about this is it's way more durable than those small pocket chainsaws that you normally see, which are really just wire saws. The handles are more comfortable. You don't necessarily have to use a toggle with them in order to use it comfortably. I mean, you can use a toggle with them, but you don't necessarily have to. And also, something like this, you're going to be able to tie paracord onto each end of this so that you can saw branches that are maybe a little bit higher than what you would be able to get to otherwise. The next item on my list is going to be the heavy-duty emergency blanket produced by Survive Outdoors Longer, and this is going to be an upgrade to just the normal Mylar survival blankets that you've seen. It's thicker than those, meaning it's more durable, so you're going to be able to use this to preserve your body heat. You're going to be able to use it as a ground cloth or even its own shelter. And it is still small enough that you will be able to fit it inside of a bug out bag, EDC bag, pretty much wherever you want to. The next item on my list of best prepper items under $20 is going to be books. Now, the Foxfire book and the other books in its series, they usually run right around $20. Build the Perfect Bug Out Bag and Prepper's Long-Term Survival Guide. These are somewhere in the neighborhood of like 15 or 18 bucks, just honestly depending on what day of the week it is. So you can get a lot of good information for not a whole lot of money, and best of all, it'll fit in a stocking. In the upcoming weeks, I will be doing a video dedicated specifically to the best books for preppers and survival, so go ahead and keep an eye out for that. Next on the list is going to be an alcohol stove. This particular stove is made by Solo, and usually they hover right around 20 bucks. The OG in the industry is Trangia, but I wasn't able to find one of theirs in stock when I was ready to buy one, but either Solo or Trangia, they both make good alcohol stoves. And the good thing about stoves like this is you can use different types of alcohol in them. You can use denatured alcohol, which is probably the best option, but you can also use something called HEET, H-E-E-T, which comes in a yellow bottle, and it's available in the automotive section. It's some sort of like automotive additive, which is basically just alcohol. You can also use isopropyl alcohol as well as even like Everclear. So with something like this, you're going to be able to boil water. It's portable. And also with this one, since it has a screw-on cap, you're going to be able to store fuel inside of it without it leaking, hopefully. I mean, you might always want to just put it in a Ziploc bag just to make sure, but they're lightweight. It'll allow you to cook when you don't have electricity, and they're also relatively safe to use indoors. Just always use caution. You know, make sure you can put a fire out if one breaks out, and have a carbon monoxide detector nearby if you are in like a house or something. The next item on my list of best prepper gifts under $20 is going to be the Sawyer Mini, and you can also substitute this for a life straw as well because they're kind of similar and they do pretty much the same thing. So the Sawyer Mini, it's going to come with the filter, this water bag that you can squeeze water through the filter with, along with a backflush syringe to clean it out. and a straw to put on the end of this so you can use it as a drinking straw. So Sawyer filters, they use hollow fiber membrane technology to remove contaminants 0.1 microns and larger. So what that's going to take care of is bacteria, protozoa, and sediment. It won't quite take care of viruses, but at least in backcountry environments in developed nations, you don't really have to worry about viruses from things like like lakes and streams and stuff like that that's kind of removed from the city. Now, this is something that you can fit into a bug out bag, you can keep in your EDC bag, other emergency kits, and it would go great in your stocking as well. And the last item on my list is going to be portable battery banks like this one by Anker. You're going to be able to use these to charge devices like cell phones, USB rechargeable flashlights, and other small devices, maybe multiple times each, because this particular one, I believe it has a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, and that's a significant amount of power. So also, if maybe I left something out, like I know a lot of people like to give away like nice wool socks and hats as stocking stuffers, be sure to drop your ideas in the comments below to help some folks out. And be sure to check out my video, Best Places to Find Prepper and Survival Items, so that you'll have some ideas on where to look to find this stuff. Y'all have a good one. Thanks again.